How is it going, everybody? You're watching Then About Tech, and iOS 15 is finally here. And today, I'm gonna show you the best way to install it. That's right, there's actually a correct way to install iOS 15 on your iPhone, and that's called a clean install. When you're talking about a major update, and iOS 15 is definitely a major update, an annual update of iOS, doing a clean install is the best way you can do it. It'll give you a fresh start on your iPhone, solve many bugs, especially those old bugs that never get solved. It'll help you with that. And also it'll bump performance and make iOS 15 run much better on your iPhone, especially if you have a slightly older iPhone, but obviously this is good for everyone. All right, so without further ado, let's begin. So in order to clean install iOS 15, we'll need to restore it, to factory reset it. But what I love about this process is that we don't need a computer. All we need is our iPhone. So it's super easy to do, and it's just a few steps, and in a few minutes you have it ready. Okay, so since we're gonna factory reset it, it's very important to perform a backup. So that's step number one. So it's going to your settings, and then Apple ID, and then iCloud, and then scrolling down in iCloud backup. Please keep in mind that you can also do a computer backup, so your usual iTunes backup if you want to. So you choose if you want to do an iCloud backup or a computer backup. Another thing that is very important is you have the possibility of not backing up. If you want to, you don't need to back up, but you will lose all your information. So you can do this clean install of iOS 15 process without your information. So you lose it all, but of course, after reinstalling iOS 15, you can recover everything from your Apple ID and then re-download all of the apps. This is the cleanest way to do it, but I'm sure most people will prefer to back up and then recover their information. Okay, so that's why you need to back up. As you see here, I already have a backup, so I won't back up now, but all you gotta do is tap here on backup now and then wait for the process to finish. Okay, I will cancel it because, as I said, I already have it. So then I'll come back, and now that I already have my backup, we can go to step number two. And step number two is actually erasing the iPhone, as I mentioned before, resetting the iPhone. And we can do it without a computer by simply going to your general, scrolling all the way down to reset, and then erase all content and settings. This is your erase restore process that will do exactly the same thing as your computer restore will do. Okay, so erase all content and settings. It will ask you for a backup. We've already done it, so you can do erase now, and then put your passcode. So just type in your passcode, and then erase iPhone. Again, it'll just ask for a confirmation. You need to type in your Apple ID, erase right here at the top, wait for it to erase, and then it's just a matter of waiting a couple minutes. I'll be back when that's done. And so, after a few seconds, your iPhone will give you the hello screen. You can just swipe up or press the home screen, the home button of course, and then you can normally set it up. So set it up as you would. So choose your language, your country, keep going, put your Wi-Fi and everything else. And here is your apps and data page. And this is very important because it's right here where you can select your backup information, if you want to restore from a backup or not. So if you want to, you can restore from your iCloud backup if you chose that option. You can also choose to restore from a Mac or PC if you restore from your computer, from iTunes, or as I mentioned before, you have the possibility to don't transfer apps and data. So right here is where you will do the actual clean install, the hardcore clean install, where you will not bring all of the apps, data, files, everything from this iPhone prior to this restore. So if you choose the don't transfer apps and data, after this setup process is done, your iPhone will be blank, factory reset, only with your iCloud options, which of course are in the cloud, like your notes, your contacts, your reminders, your calendar, and all of that. And then you can choose to manually download the apps if you want to, okay? But as I know, most of you will prefer to bring your iCloud backup information or your computer information. You have the possibility to simply tap here, restore from iCloud backup, then wait for it to load, and then manually choose the best backup for you. Of course, I recommend you to choose the most recent backup. So that backup will have most of our recent information naturally, okay? So choose it right here. But in my case, I'll show you the proper way, the real clean install, the hardcore one. So I'll prefer to don't transfer apps and data, so I'll not transfer anything. I'll do a real clean install, all right? So don't transfer apps and data. And this process is actually the same. If you chose a backup, you'll see this exact same screen. You will need to put your Apple ID. Every single thing will be the same, okay? And after typing it in, your Apple ID and password, you'll just tap on next and wait for your Apple ID information to load, agree on your terms and conditions. And this process generally take a minute, generally less. It'll depend on your iPhone. So let's just wait for it to do its thing so I don't waste your time. You'll see here expert settings, keep your iPhone up to date. You can continue to all of that. Wait for everything to load. I'll set up Apple Pay later. Same thing with screen time, True Tone display, continue, and we're done. So we've just finished this setup process, as you can see, and since I chose to not transfer all my data, I don't have anything here, none of my apps, nothing is here, but that's because I chose to, as I mentioned. But of course, I'll still have all of my iCloud info, and I can manually download all of my apps. Even my paid apps, I can download them, no problem. You don't need to repay or anything like that, so you can go ahead and download everything again. And so right now is where you will actually download iOS 15 and install it. That's the clean install part, and it's super easy because all you gotta do is go to your settings and then go to General, Software Update, and as you can imagine, right now you will update it normally. You see right here at the bottom, also available, upgrade to iOS 15, tap here, and then download and install. And when we do this, what we're actually doing, as I mentioned before, is actually clean installing it, because I'm having a clean version of iOS on my iPhone. As you saw, it's clean, it's restored, it's super clean right here. And what I'm doing here is installing iOS 15 on a clean version of iOS 14, which is this one right here. As you can see, this is clean, this is factory reset, this is restored, and we're right now installing iOS 15 on this clean version of iOS 14. That's what a clean install really is, and that's what I'm showing. So let's just wait for this to finish, and I'll finish up the video with you. And so after downloading and preparing, here you have it, iOS 15 ready to be installed. And I do recommend that you go ahead and plug your iPhone before updating, just to make sure you don't have any problems or your iPhone dying in the middle of the process. All right, so install now. And as you can see, the installation process right now is really just your regular software update, because the clean part is what we've done before. Now it's just your regular software update. So let the iPhone do its thing. And so as you can see, iOS 15 was successfully installed, and your iPhone has been updated to iOS 15.0. So we can finally go ahead and start using the latest of iOS with a clean install. Of course, you won't see anything special, anything different right here just at first glance, just because, as I mentioned before, the intent of a clean install is giving you a better performance overall, and reducing of bugs, and giving you everything iOS 15 can at its best. All right, so that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful to you. If it was, please make sure to hit the like button down below. It helps us out so much. Also, please click on the subscribe button and the little bell icon to get notified whenever I post a new video. And please let me know in the comments down below your feedback. If you've done it, if it was cool, if you're always gonna do it every time you have a new major update, if this was helpful to you. This is my goal every single time in every single video. All right, so that's pretty much it, and I'll see you on my next video as usual. Bye bye.